Think about who's in the audience. A PILnet Forum is remarkable. There are hundreds of people from all over the world who have come together to discuss this amazing thing that we do. Our commitment to access to justice, our commitment to pro bono, and a real desire to work out how we can do this better and more efficiently. We've come to hear from you because you're an expert. I'm not an expert. And I want to hear what you have to say. I haven't come along to hear you read out a lengthy PowerPoint presentation. I certainly haven't come here for you to talk ad nauseum at me without asking me what I think in the audience. It's a room of incredibly engaged people, and present yourself in a way that they will be engaged. Leave time for questions. In fact, invite questions as you go along. Encourage people to ask. You don't know everything, and neither do we, but this is an excellent chance for us to talk together.
Quiz the audience. Okay, don't scare them, but you can call people out if you have a familiar face in the audience. One of the things that I do that makes me more comfortable before a workshop is I go around the room and introduce myself, and I find what people might be interested in. It's a little spontaneous, and it's not going to work for everyone, but you will automatically, I think, be more comfortable when that person raises their hand. Share your mistakes along the way, because if I think that this turned out all dandy and was planned out just perfectly from the beginning, I don't think you're human. What I have found to be most helpful and most painful during this experience is to videotape yourself. If you videotape yourself, you have to be honest about all the the lack of story, or the fantastic parts.
I always try to directly look at specific people in the audience throughout my speech, rather than doing the scanning and panning technique that we're often told about. I think looking at specific individuals just for a sentence, or maybe for a couple of sentences, helps to really connect with the audience better. And I always try to focus on my supporters, so those audience members that I can tell are actively listening, that are visibly engaged, that are smiling and nodding back at me, and try and get to the point where you're so comfortable with content that you don't actually need to use notes. If you're really brave, you can try going up on stage with no notes at all. But if not, try to just have a few bullet points. I think if you're well prepared, if you practiced hard, it should all be in your head and on the tip of your tongue. And that way you can be more engaging and connect well with the audience.
So if I have to give you an advice, please take some time to think creatively on how to better frame your moment. PILnet will be a great opportunity to meet, exchange in a very informal manner about ideas and projects that are keeping you busy these days, but they could also find support in new individuals, in new actors you're going to be meeting at the forum. So I have no hesitation in encouraging you to be part to the next PILnet Forum and to become one of his actors by taking a proactive stance and sharing some ideas, even creative ones, especially bold ones.